Hey, Chin Music listeners, welcome to episode 18 of Chin Music with Mitch and Tony. I'm one of your hosts, Mitch Bone, and I'm joined by our other host, Tony LeGailey. How are you doing today, Tony?
Yo, see, that's just classy, man, when you say it like that. You know what I mean? It's like, hello, my name is Mitch, and this is my fucking show, first of all. Okay, and this is,
No, it's not. It's our show, Tony. That's
no,
why I said
no.
host. The other host, we're not even co-hosts. We're just hosts together.
So you're saying this is like a shared like household of like a mutual, like we're building something together. Is that what this is? Or is this, I mean, because as the co-host and the main host, like if those two are so different, then why is the other different? I'm just asking. What does
So
that
I,
mean?
I kind of view this as like a commune.
Oh, okay.
We're doing everything together.
Yeah. All right. All right. That sounds great. It sounds good. It's just fun. I don't know. For those of you listening, this is why the reason why we're laughing about this is because I had said to Mitch, because I didn't want to introduce the show, and Mitch is like, and ladies and gentlemen, here is now. And then he leave it up to me. Like I wanted him, I want to run out to the music, right? Like I want my name to be announced. Let's go.
Yeah, you want your
And
Tom Brady moment.
Mitchell, if next time you want me to be the host of that episode, and this is my co-host Mitch Bone, or what do they call him? The Bone Dog. Bone Dog. It's like, Mitchell, we gotta spice this up, okay? I'm glad that we've grown this far to know that we can handle it, handle change, and
Oh yeah.
so beautifully done on the intro. Yeah,
Thank you. Thank you.
smart,
I've been working on it real
loved
hard.
it. Yeah, I can tell.
Took a lot of sweat and tears, man.
Shit. All right, man. Hey, it's the most wonderful time of year. This is the most exciting round of the playoffs, and it is the weekend. It's Friday. We're coming to you live at 3 p.m. Mountain Standard
Yep.
Time. For those of you listening all the way in Antarctica, because we know we have a following, believe me, all
Oh,
150,000 million
oh
followers.
yeah.
Yeah, so let's go. Let's get right into it, Mitchell.
Let's get right into it.
Yeah. What are
So,
you,
what are your thoughts on this week's games?
my thoughts? Okay. Well,
Yeah, we're gonna start off with you this week, Tony.
this is nice. I like this treatment. I really do. Okay, well, I only have just a small, couple notes on this thing, so just bear with me.
Oh yeah. That looks like a lot of nothing.
Listen, we got the heater, the hardest thing to stop in all sports, the heater. Who's going to
Yes.
stop? It's tough to stop the heater in any sport, any playoff format, no matter what. The Houston Texans rolling into Baltimore, fully healthy. They get a Mark Andrews fully healthy back. That's a massive offensive threat. What is your honest take, Mitchell, on the game? I mean, itself. My take is it's going to take a sec. We're going to have to digress, but let's just put some thought into this because I can really see this playing out as a tough to stop the heater situation. I really can.
Yeah. Sometimes having that bye can be great. It gets players healthy, but it can also be bad because it stops momentum. And a lot of times, players and teams, like in the situation of the Ravens, even sat players in week 18. So these players have had 2 weeks off. The Texans played ridiculously well last weekend against the Browns. Um, I think the Texans are going to have lightning in a bottle and they're going to go in and win.
Well, I tell you what, man. CJ Stroud, uh, his body control, his everything.
Yeah.
And I'll touch on this later because there's another guy just like this. Okay, that got to me this last weekend. Jay Stroud looks amazing. I mean, in every facet of the game, the eye test, he smothers it. I mean, he looks like a smooth, settled. It kind of reminds me on a bigger, because he's a little bit bigger bodied, but it's kind of like Jalen Hurts last year.
Yeah,
When Jalen just looked real smooth, had tons of time options.
nothing could go
I
wrong.
mean, ah, God, it was just awesome watching him play last year. And I think that CJ Stroud has developed his own, created his own kind of room by being that way and playing the game that way. Yeah, he looks great. So I'm pulling for him um, and I'm just gonna say, I have zero. I've never had any fantasy shares with Lamar Jackson. I know that's not real smart. You know,
He is
he
kind of
scored
the
a lot of points. He's
dual threat quarterback of the 21st century. So
yeah, no, broke massive records but I hope if this is the year and he wants to prove me wrong, then do so. Uh,
yeah,
the thought of him stepping up like a Josh Allen or like a Patrick Mahomes that we've seen in big moments and clutch moments, I just don't think that that guy has it in him. I'm
yeah,
just gonna say it. He may have it in him, but I haven't seen it. Yeah, I mean, who am I to speculate on someone else to have it in him? But I'm just saying, Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, those guys, they have another level that they can turn on, and they're fun to watch.
yeah,
But I, if there's a reason why, because I haven't made my betting decision on this game yet, if there's a reason why I'm going to bet against Baltimore, it's Lamar Jackson in big clutch situations.
yeah. The only
100%.
thing,
100%.
there's two things that I think Baltimore has on their side that the Texans don't quite have yet. Their defense, that Ravens defense, is one of the best in the league. And it's year in and year out. It doesn't matter who's playing for that Ravens defense. Their scheme is one of the best in the league.
Yeah.
And then you have a guy as your head coach in John Harbaugh,
Who's
who's
Jim?
it's his brother, but
Yeah.
John
Oh,
Harbaugh, who's one of the, I think, probably best coaches in the NFL.
okay.
And I mean, no disrespect to the Texans,
Well, why do you
because
think that? Why do you think that? I mean,
why do I think he's one of the best?
yeah, what does he
Well,
do so special versus all the other guys, especially Mike McCarthy?
when I look at the best NFL coaches, I look at consistency,
Mm-hmm.
and he has the Ravens in there almost every year. Um, and I mean, before Lamar Jackson, they didn't have great offenses, and they were still in the conversation for being in there all the time, whether it was a wild card because the Steelers were always running that division, or winning the division. They were always a playoff team, and I think that is the bar for being a really good head coach in my eyes.
Well, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, they're very consistent that way, and yeah, the way that they've, interestingly enough, to watch obviously the game also changed before everyone's eyes, but especially on their own organization. I just remember watching Lamar Jackson right when he got introduced to the Ravens, and just a lot of adjustments for had to be made,
Yeah,
because of the style of play and all those things. So kudos to them for maximizing their tools. That's for sure. So
yeah.
yeah, no, I'm undecided on this one. I don't know. I'm caught in the middle.
I think at the
Um,
end, the youth of the Texans may catch up to him this week.
hmm, yeah, yeah, I can see that.
But they may
Yeah,
catch
you got
lightning
some
in the ball and
dudes.
win
Yeah,
too. Who knows?
yeah, they'd have to come out and smack those guys in the mouth to do that,
Yeah,
because that experience thing matters. I mean, you got guys in there that have been in the league for a while. Okay, not only that, but have been in those big situations. Some Super Bowl winners too. And
yeah,
I don't know, the last thing I'd ever thought I'd hear myself say would be a representation of causativity in Odell Beckham Jr., but kind of liking the way that he fits in the team, and I'm just happy. Like, it's what I've wanted the whole time because he's so fun to watch. It's just nothing, just go out and be great, and because he's an absolute joy to watch. So it's fun. So you have that experience, that threat of a big time player, and also him gathering. He's surrounded by players of the same status. I believe there's not as much young kids on that team.
For sure. I mean, I wish for Lamar he had Giants OBJ. That would just be insane.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, not to say that he's not good now, but what he was on the
No.
Giants was insane.
Oh yeah, no. That's what I mean. But that was the double-edged sword. Is kid was stupid talented, but just caught up in everything but making, just doing the fucking job.
Yeah.
And, it sucks to watch because, it's just like Antonio Brown, like, watching that guy every two. That guy still is the most electric player I think I've ever watched.
Yeah.
Truly, besides Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill
Yeah.
and him are right up there. AB and Tyreek Hill. I mean, but the shit that he used to do and the plays that he used to make, just, God, so fun to watch AB play. But it's like, it's just sad that those guys. I'm not trying to bring it down here by any means, but it's just like, don't fucking ruin it. Just like, let's do our stuff. Let's do our job and just be happy that we get to do this and
Right.
just see how good you can be.
You
Until
know, with
the game.
AB, I have a really good feeling when he passes away, he's gonna have like the most massive case of CTE we've ever seen.
Well, yeah, yeah. Well, Mitchell, yeah. I mean, of course, I understand those variables. I don't personally firsthand, but I'm just saying, yeah, I couldn't agree more. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure. Yeah, just look at the Vontaze Perfect hit on him. Did you know I
Yeah.
actually went to a party? So I hung out one time with Brock Osweiler at in Arizona State University, and at a
Well,
party.
that's a
This
name
is a
drop.
house party. What's that?
I said that's a name drop.
Hey, no, trust me, he probably wouldn't even remember who I was, even it being from Montana. No, we talked a little bit just being from Montana, and
Yeah.
because I was down there playing baseball at that time. I was at a house party at his house, and I don't know why I got off subject because of Vontaze Perfect, right? So I was at a house party, Vontaze Perfect. There's like three or four, and then like literally like the gang or a posse, like, and Vontaze Perfect is like the littler one out of the majority of them, truly. And he's just all thugged out, wearing a grill. He like, and just like got dreads and just like rolling in there. And he's in college, right? And I didn't shake his hands by any means, but I saw them as he walked past me, and his hands are massive, dude.
Oh, I bet.
And so like just seeing that dude in person and then knowing that hit and the power and all that stuff, like, yeah, I'm sure AB's got some shit.
Yeah. Yeah, AB's
Because dude,
head is a
that's
little bit
it's pretty
rattled.
humbling, dude. Like it was pretty humbling seeing, like, you're like, oh shit. Like I was doing like, look at my six pack, like look how ripped I am, and then it's like, holy shit, you're a man. you know?
You make me look small. Okay.
Yeah. No, that's like, but yeah, the only reason we got in there, truly, it wasn't the Brock connection. It was the Montana connection. It was my roommate, my very good friend AJ Steinle, who I think he's from Arizona, and I lived with him. Whatever. Well, his best friend was Alex Garut, who was the kicker for Arizona State. So we'd always go hang out with Garut and his buddies, and so I ended up hanging out with Mike Bercovici. He's used to be a quarterback at ASU, and then like him and I hang out quite a bit. Got his number, rooting for him, all that stuff. I think he's done now, but Yeah, shoot. Got to, yeah, there's just, I don't know why I'm going off on this tangent here, but just reliving a fun memory. Yeah, of
Hey,
just
that's
like,
awesome.
just excited for the NFL and the playoffs and our nightcap. Mitchell, give us a preview.
What?
Give us a preview of the nightcap for the Saturday night games.
Ooh, all right. So
Yeah.
let me look up the schedule because I know the teams. I know like what's playing, but I don't know when they're playing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the Saturday night nightcap is the Packers and Niners. Ooh, I think this is where the Packers' road ends.
Yeah. Niners are pretty tough.
Yeah,
Pretty tough. Uh, yeah, we'll see. There's really nothing to say about the Niners game.
they're really good.
Yeah, like their Purdy's been outstanding. I mean, who'd have thought?
CMC, you got Brandon
Yeah,
Ayuk, Debo, and that's just on the offense.
Kittle sitting
Kittle,
in there too. Yeah, use check. I like use check. Yeah,
yeah, I like Juszczyk too.
but
I love
yeah,
that they use a fullback.
they got some really good football players on the team. That's for sure.
Yeah, and then every year they seem to get just a little bit better at the trade deadline, and it makes everyone else in the NFL just a little bit more mad.
Hmm. Well, I will say this. Uh, Jordan Love has been great to watch. I'm more ecstatic because I got like three or four really nice rookie cards in him.
Nice. Yeah, no,
And
Jordan
so,
Love really balled out last week. I'll give him all the
dude,
credit
yeah,
in the world.
he just looks great. He looks
Yeah,
settled in there. I don't know if it's enough, although that Packers offense has been rolling. I don't know how they're going to stand up against that defensive line of the 49ers. Um,
yeah,
I know their run game's good, but I don't know the line on this game because I haven't looked at it. In fact, I'm going to look at it, but I'll keep giving my analysis here. But I have really thoroughly enjoyed watching Jordan Love really get settled in. Like he looks smooth. He looks great.
yeah. No, so I watched their game against the Cowboys last weekend. Rip the Cowboys, but they showed a graphic, and I'm gonna get the games wrong, but I think it was like his last 6 or 7 games. Jordan Love has thrown 18 touchdowns and 1 pick. Like, jeez.
Dude, I'm saying like, yeah, he looks. Yeah, he made that. Shit, I think it was last week where he made that blown up. It was kind of a blown up play, but he threw it off his back foot and
Yeah,
found the guy. I think in the end zone.
yeah, and it's not like he's doing little, chunk plays that are just like 5, 10 yard check downs and getting completions there, because that would be totally fine if he did that. But he's making some pretty ballsy throws. And
Well, he really does. And you can tell that he spent a little bit of time under Rodgers because you
yeah,
can tell by his style and how he gets off that back foot. They look kind of similar, but it kind of plays to his body really
yeah,
well. And he's just now executing it super efficient. And I just am so excited to watch him because
yeah,
I hope that, and I know it's probably not going to happen. I hope that he has the time this week to showcase off that style that I love watching, but I just can't see it. I can't see it.
I don't know. It'll depend totally on the offensive line of the Packers.
Yeah.
It'll either be a
It's,
really good defensive game, because I think the Packers defense is pretty good too, or it'll just be a shootout. And either way, I think it favors the Niners.
gosh, the Packers money line is plus 350. Niners are favored minus 455. Green Bay Packers spread on this game is 9.5. Packers get 9.5 points. What do you think
Hmm.
of that?
I mean, I
Are
can
the
see that. It's
Niners
just
just
over a
gonna roll
touchdown.
these guys? Are they just gonna roll these guys? Are they just gonna roll the Packers, Mitch?
Possibly, honestly. I mean, this Niners team is one of the best we've seen.
Yeah, they're solid. Yeah.
Yeah. I could
Well,
honestly see it being an over a touchdown win.
we shall see. Anyhow, all right. So I haven't checked the weather of any of those games, also because they're both outdoors.
They
Yeah.
are, but I'm not going to talk about the Baltimore game because Baltimore sometimes has really crappy weather, but usually San Francisco's decent weather. So I think they're okay.
The spread on both of those games, Mitchell, is 9.5.
That's
Texans get
crazy.
nine. Texans get 9.5 points.
See, and I feel like that game's going to be a shootout.
Well, geez, dude. I mean, they're setting the line there, dude. Everybody in America is on the Texans, right? They have to be at 9.5. So,
Mm-hmm.
like, it just makes me think that they know something that we don't know. The Ravens are just going to absolutely roll these guys.
Yeah.
Because that's just too, I mean, uh,
I don't know.
dude, that is, I mean, I can see the Packers line. Like, I know that sounds crazy, but I can see the Packers making some sort of game. Like, it's not, they're not bad. And
No. And
you
they're
know,
not super young.
yeah, and Love is really sharing the ball around. And, like, those guys they're all making plays, you
Yeah.
know, and the run game's good right now. Everybody's healthy. The defense is competitive. It's
Yep.
not great, but it's, you know,
Top 10
so,
ish.
but so that game's at 9.5. Packers get 9.5. The Texans get 9.5. I mean, yeah, maybe they're taking into account just the fact that they're the Texans in that
Yeah.
spread. I don't know. And
I
America
mean, the
has
Texans did
gone,
roll the Browns,
yeah, they've rolled them. Yeah, no, with
and the
that
Browns
dominant.
defense is one of the best in the league, too. So
God, okay, Mitchell, I think I have to put it. Is there any chance for an upset tomorrow?
not in the Niners game. I could see it in the Texans game.
So a guy would be profitable if he moneylined both those games on the underdog. If there's going to
Probably.
be an upset, and we think there's going to be an upset, why not throw $100 pays because it's plus 330 if the Texans win. It's plus 350 if the Packers win. So why not a guy throw 100 on both of those? Let's say you lose both, you're out obviously 200. But if you good math, if you win one of them out of the two, you're profitable.
Yeah. I
Something to
could
think
see the
about.
Texans winning. They've got something. I don't know what it is, but they've got some sort of magic down there. CJ
Let's see
Stroud,
this.
everyone thought was going to be a bust, and he's turned out to be amazing. And I don't know what's
Okay,
going on, but
here we
it's
go.
great.
Here's what we're looking at right now. All right, hang on here. Okay, here's what we got going tomorrow. So partly cloudy. It's going to be 27 degrees, so it's not going to be, cold. Probably won't be a factor.
Is
There's going
this
to be
in
six.
Baltimore?
Yeah, weather. Yeah. So it's supposed to lightly snow. They got six winds, so they got a light chance of snow. I mean, it's nothing going to be crazy. They have 16-mile-an-hour winds.
That could benefit the Ravens.
That could benefit the Ravens.
I mean, I'm just thinking about, and I know that this is an extreme cold situation, but Miami going to KC last week. Miami's a better version of what Houston's offense is,
Mm-hmm.
and they just got shut down in that cold.
Yeah, because then it's down to the run game. I mean, who's in the backfield besides Lamar? They have like four running backs, right?
They have Gus Edwards, it's really good. They have I don't know if he's injured because he's always injured, but J.K. Dobbins is really good.
Oh, Dobbins is Dobbins playing? Dobbins doing
I don't know.
anything?
He's always
I you
injured.
know
So,
I had no Ravens players on my fantasy team this year, so I just
okay,
kind of
fantasy thing for next year for you,
yeah.
take Gus Edwards. That man is a touchdown machine.
Well, I know, but he
He may
doesn't.
not get you a whole lot of yards, but for some reason he finds the end zone.
Yeah, he's nice to have. Him and AJ Dillon is who I usually grasp onto. Those two.
He's another one that just finds
If
the
they
end zone.
if they're free, it seems like Gus Edwards kind of gets thrown or traded around or whatever. He's been obviously in Baltimore for a little bit. I forget who was with before, but yeah, he's a good one to have. And
Yeah,
workhorse kind of down, goal score, goal line back for sure.
sure.
So, all right. Well, on that note,
Move to Sunday.
let's move to Sunday.
You have the
Undecided.
game that no one wants there to be a loser.
Mitchell, I need you to make a pick, though, at least for the Texans, and we'll do it on the spread here, okay? So, what's your pick, Mitch? For Texans versus Ravens, Texans get 9.5 points.
I think the Ravens win.
Ravens cover the spread?
Ravens cover it.
Okay.
Barely, but I think they do.
Okay.
Hearing about the weather conditions kind of changed it for me because I feel like that favors Baltimore.
Yeah. Like they're just going to ground and pound and throw to Mark Andrews.
Yep.
And then, if it's warm enough, Lamar, Lamar's, I could see him, okay, you're right, all right, this is why we're doing this, okay? Educated guesses, that's all.
Yep. I think that they're going to ground and pound it, and that's going to take the time of possession in their favor. And it may just be the fact of Texans don't have the ball as much. It may not be that they play a bad game; they just don't have the ball as much.
I like it. Okay, Packers get 9.5 points at Levi Stadium. How does that game go?
I honestly think the Niners are going to roll them.
They cover the spread, 9.5
Yep.
easy.
I think easy.
Okay. On to Sunday. The Detroit. Wow, crazy.
Can we just not have a winner?
What?
Can we not have a winner or a loser?
In this game?
Yeah.
Seriously.
Just move them both on.
Yeah, so Detroit's, it's going to be, we're really chaotic and loud, and that's going to be exciting, and all those elements of the game, right? So, give me the reason as to why the Detroit Lions won't cover a 6.
What was the point you cut out there, Tony? Sorry.
I just said, give me a reason why the Detroit Lions wouldn't be able to cover a 6-point spread and win tomorrow.
A reason they wouldn't. The Baker and Mike Evans connection.
Okay. Baker's hot.
Yep.
Have to stop the heater.
And I think Mike Evans is a top 10, maybe even top 5 wide receiver in the NFL.
100%. I agree. He's very consistent. I never have him in fantasy. See all these players that we end up talking about really, really good. I never have any of them. Nothing stuff
But yet your team still ends up being all right.
Yeah. Hey, yeah, they do. Yeah. Anyways, so all right. Yeah, tough one to dissect because both teams are looking pretty good. I love you got to root for Detroit.
Oh man,
Just
I'm a sucker for that Detroit team, man. I love Dan
mhm.
Campbell.
Yeah.
I just love everything about him. I'm a big proponent of player coaches, and he is like the ultimate player coach. Like I want to run through a wall for Dan Campbell, and I don't even play football. And yeah, I I want them to do really well.
Oh, um, the Detroit. Yeah, I mean, for me, it's got me in shock because I don't know where to go with it, Mitchell. You know, Detroit, I got to root for them. It's going to be crazy. Good for Detroit fans. Congratulations. But if I saw Baker Mayfield move on to the game, that would be pretty cool to watch as well. But more importantly, I got to stick with the Lions because what did I say? Right after Monday Night Football, the opening game of the year, Mitchell, the episode after. What did I say? What did I say? I watched that game, watched them roll the Chiefs, and what did I ask you, Mitchell?
You said, are the Lions a good enough team to make a deep playoff run or a possible Super Bowl run?
I said, Mitch, these motherfuckers are going straight to the Super Bowl, didn't I?
Yep,
So they're going straight to the
they're
Super
one step closer. Although, okay, I will
Bowl.
give you this alternate thing to look forward to if Baker makes the Super Bowl. Think of him winning the Super Bowl and just giving a double middle finger to every team that's given up on him.
Oh, damn, dude. Right, you're right. You said it best. And they just both win. Damn. Ah, bummer. Dang. Good point,
No,
Mitchell.
honestly, I think the Lions are the better team.
Yeah, they really are. They got more firepower, truly, I believe. Um, defensively, they, I don't know. I mean, who do they got
Yeah,
in
no, they're
court
just a
or
better team overall. I mean, they have
what's his name? Who's the guy? Who's the guy on their defensive line that's a stud? Is it
Aiden Hutchinson.
Allison or Aiden? Oh, that's the guy. Yeah, Aiden Hutchinson. Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, I mean, yeah, shit. I mean, like I said, that place is going to be rocking and rolling. Man, I just had a crazy cool vision of the Detroit Lions playing the Super Bowl, which would be amazing. Just like for the city of Detroit, truly. So like, I hope that they win. I'm going for Detroit.
Did
So
you do that without turning off your PlayStation after?
yeah, yeah. What do you think they cover the spread, Mitchell?
What's the spread again? I'm sorry, 6?
Yeah, 6.
I mean, yeah, that's a pretty small spread. That's a touchdown.
Yeah, you think they beat the Buck? You don't think it's a tight game?
It's pretty hard. I mean, it could
The
very well
old
be
fashioned shootout tight game for the fucking chipper
it
in
could be,
Detroit.
but
Oh God, I hope.
that would be awesome. Honestly, like
that would be sick.
that would be the best way to go out. Even if you're the losing team, it's like, well, I gave it my everything. All right.
Yeah.
Um, it could be. I mean, it could honestly be. Do you remember that Chiefs Rams game from a few years ago? It was like 50 to 45 or something like that.
Oh yeah. It was
Yeah, it could
monster.
honestly be like that. Like,
It could open up like that. It really could.
yeah,
Like I realistically, like if it gets, yeah, I don't know. I could. Oh, I hope so.
there's
Well, I'm
obviously no
always.
weather elements with it being in Detroit.
Hey, I tell you, the over under is 49.5.
I think it's going to go over that.
So do I. I'm taking the over. And I mean, it seems like the over always hits in Detroit. Like
Yeah.
they're indoors. It's just must be. Yeah, I don't know. There's just it's just something about that those games with the Lions. They just always high scoring shootout.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
yeah. And I mean, Jared Goff
so
slings it down the
I'm
field.
definitely so out of the spread, Mitchell. Um, +6 for Tampa Bay, and the over/under. What do you feel more comfortable taking in that game, the spread or the over/under?
I would feel more comfortable taking the over under, and I would go over.
Okay. So we are rocking here.
Just because I do think it'll be a high scoring game.
Mm-hmm. I do
And
too. I hope so. I mean, we're talking 27-24, even. That's not crazy.
yeah, that's not super high scoring. I mean, that's an average game. So
And that covers.
yeah. So I think that alone is going to happen.
Yeah, I can see that. All right, on to the magical.
Yes. Chiefs
The
and Bills. One toxic fan base is going to knock out another.
Man, it is going to be worth all the hype, I believe. It's just so fun to watch. This is the greatest weekend of football the whole season.
Yep.
Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Buffalo Bills. Bills get 2.5 points at home.
Yep. I'm joining the Mafia.
Okay.
Bills
You
Mafia
like the
all the way.
Bills? You like the Bills right away. Right away, your pick is good. You think they cover the spread 2.5?
I think that's easy. Yeah. I think they'll at
Wow.
least win by a field goal.
Okay.
I believe in Josh Allen. And the thing that I believe in almost more so is the fact that Josh Allen actually has weapons besides Travis Kelce.
Yeah.
Eventually, the lack of weapons in KC is going to catch up to them.
Mm-hmm.
And I think
mean,
that's this week.
it's hard to say. Here's the thing about Kansas City, okay? So, Kansas City actually does have weapons. You know what I mean? Like, it's interesting how their team operates because they do have weapons. Like, Rasheed Rice is a weapon, right? Like,
He is,
he's
but
a
he's a
good,
rookie. That's where I
yeah,
say he isn't the best yet. He
right,
will
right.
be,
He'll
but
be in a big game, playoff game. Yeah, he'll have that variable, and if he shines, then he's gonna have to. Um, Isaiah Pacheco runs hard. I like the way he runs. I hate his form, and it looks like he's always running in place. It
yeah, I
really
know
does.
it's weird.
It's weird, dude. It's watching him run. It's like he's running in place. Um, but he's no slouch and has big games, and he's kind of
Yep,
wiry and shifty, and he's a weapon. I think
yep.
Travis Kelce is obviously a weapon. Um, I mean, off the top of my head, MVS is a weapon as well. It's just their team is weird.
It's
So I'm
really
not
weird.
like totally ruling them out, and like I'm really not. I just don't think that when it comes to it, I just don't know that Patrick Mahomes has like other than Kelsey, obviously, but like I just can't see him making a massive play when the game's on the line with that team.
No.
That's where I'm at with it.
And he used to have
But
that with Tyreek Hill. I mean, he used
well,
to
yeah,
scramble around and say, fuck it, Tyreek
yeah,
somewhere.
yeah, go take the go route. Just yeah. Dude.
He
I mean,
can't
and
do that
that's
anymore.
they got Tyreek Hill. I mean, they're still on the dynasty run. Like
Yeah.
it's over. Like they're gonna win again. Like just getting rid of him. Oh, he's so fun to watch at the Chiefs and wherever he's at.
He's,
Love him.
for me, even more fun with the Dolphins.
Yeah, well, yeah, definitely, definitely for you. You're like, yeah, this is way better. Go Raiders. Anyways, so all right. Well, I don't think it's a bad pick on the Bills -2.5.
And
I really don't.
I honestly think, like, they were talking about the home field advantage for Kansas City and how they're playing away from home. I think playing in Buffalo for the Bills is just super important. And so them being able to play the Chiefs at home, I don't know what the weather's going to be, but that weather up in Buffalo is always a variable that they have to deal with. So I just think it's great.
I'm sorry, Mitchell. I just had a thought, and I have to share this with even though I don't really want to. All I can think to myself is because of the script in the NFL and how it's going to all play out in the universe
Oh
and
yeah.
how it works. Do you think that we're just drowning in a Taylor Swift song? Like, you know what I mean? I meet this boy and then he wins the fucking Super Bowl.
I hope
I
not.
mean, right? Like,
I
don't
hope
you
not.
think the whole reason for the NFL season will not stop being about Taylor Swift? Do you think that that's going to stop? That train's moving, my friend. That train's
That's
moving, and it is fully
subconsciously.
go. Why would it just stop tomorrow or Sunday against the Bills? Let me just ask you. Let me really ask you that, Mitchell.
Why
What do
would
you
it
think?
stop?
Why would it stop? There's just too much momentum. Maybe Taylor Swift, this is all part of the universe and the matrix and how we see things as humans. Let's go.
I mean,
I took
honestly,
an I took an
I
L.
don't doubt that this whole relationship is a money thing. Started out there. But secondly, why would it stop for the NFL's sanity? The amount of times that they show her during a game
The
is
NFL
sickening.
sanity, Mitchell, you are speaking purely on emotion, my friend. The NFL's ratings and their pockets are pouring down the more that they can have Taylor Swift featured in an NFL production, my
Oh, I'm
friend,
not doubting that one
because
bit, and I
yeah,
totally
that's
agree
what
that
I'm
they should be doing
saying,
this.
baby. Like, that's what I'm saying. We're all just going over these picks and shit, and it doesn't matter because T Swift happened to the world.
Like, I
And
mean, the
who
minute
she
she's
is
on
and why
anything, it
she's
just like
here,
reaps
who the
money.
hell
But
knows? I don't know.
I don't know. I'm tired of it. I get to watch her twice a year, and I did not get to see much of her on Christmas because thankfully my team beat the Chiefs. So
Yeah,
uh yeah. They
loved
didn't
it.
show her a whole lot on Christmas.
Oh, all right. Well, should be a fun game. If apparently the stadium is full of snow, I'm sure they've been working at all hours, I would
Oh yeah.
assume, to get snow out of the stadium. As we know, as a part of the experience and the whatever, I'm sure they'll probably leave some snow in there because we're going to see some snow flying in Buffalo. That's
I
all I'm
hope
going to
they leave some
say.
snow on the sideline and especially the Chiefs sideline.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, that whole snowball thing, them just chucking snowballs at people, like, well, they're sick, man. I love it though. It's so cool. It brings a whole other element to the game.
I mean, being a Raiders fan and like knowing how crazy our fan base can be,
Mhm.
I wonder if Bills fans are crazier.
I'm hoping that that the go Bills. That's all I'm saying. I love Mahomes, whatever, but let's go, man. Come on, let's
Josh
make a
Allen's from
run.
Wyoming or played at Wyoming, so
That's all you need to know. Yeah,
go Josh and the Bills.
yeah. Mitchell, anything else? We got anything else that we're really excited about and want to talk about? We spent a lot of time on that, and I really
We did
enjoyed
spend a
that.
lot of time on that, but it was important. It was 4 games, so
It's big time. It's
four big games.
that's right.
Well, I do want to touch really quick on the
Mm-hmm.
coaching carousel in the NFL.
Okay.
So just today, actually like an hour ago, the Raiders officially hired Antonio Pierce.
Yes, I did see this. It just popped up like shortly before this show.
Yes, so Antonio Pierce is officially the head coach of the Las Vegas Raiders. We get to
That's
keep Max
awesome.
Crosby, get to keep Devontae Adams.
Yep, that's a positive move. I was immediately excited for you.
Yep. So that was good. Jim Harbaugh, brother of John Harbaugh, which I messed up earlier, interviewed with the Chargers. So I don't know if he's going to leave Michigan or not, but he's at least interviewing.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but weren't they both at one time in the NFL
Yep.
together? Okay, so
Yeah.
so he's already been there, done that kind of thing, and it's more of a money kind of thing,
Yep.
and they
So
don't want to take his
he
cast
coached
on
the
kind of thing.
49ers back when they made their Super
Yeah,
Bowl with
yeah.
I can't remember who it was. I think it was Kaepernick actually.
Yeah.
And they played each other in the Super Bowl.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. No, that Super Bowl. Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Just yeah. Okay. So now he's one. Now he's considering making his way back to the NFL.
Yep.
I wonder what I mean. That's just how money, right? Yeah.
Actually, I think it said he's in trouble at Michigan for some NIL issues.
Okay. Whatever. But
So
I'm
he's
just saying.
escaping that.
Oh yeah. Well, that would make the most reason. Yeah. Oh, way to make me sound like a dipshit. Yeah, I think it's probably because he's fucking flying those planes over those guys' houses and that and spying on them. That's probably why he's maybe considering a different opportunity.
But yeah, no, I think that's why.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes
Yep.
sense. That makes sense. Yeah, well, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be
Yep.
fun. Yeah, let's see.
Yep. So anything
Um,
fun happened in your week this week?
yeah. Let's see. What happened here this last week was a lot of busy work, in the snow, and I got to play hockey a couple times, so that was cool. But just mostly busy work and shoot, just yeah, running kids here, running Kid Jackson playing hockey, and no, nothing really too exciting. I mean, shoot, Shelby and I spend so much time playing gin. That's like we play gin every single night. It's like we sit down, we get done with our stuff, and we start playing gin. And we've played since Christmas, Mitch. Like, this is no shit. We have played, I want to say 12, almost 13 games to 500. Yeah.
Wow,
Like since then, yeah. So
that's legit.
yeah, we've been, we have fun doing it. Just pass the time, we laugh our ass off and stuff. So now just do that, and then yeah. But no, have a busy work week and just nonstop busy. So staying busy with the insurance gig.
Heck yeah. That's awesome,
Yeah,
man.
not to undermine it because it has been fantastic and I love it. So I'm just really happy to be a part of what we have going on in the company. So it's cool. It's a lot of things cooking there for sure. So
That's awesome. That's awesome.
yeah, man. So, but what about yourself? Anything fun, Mitchell? Anything?
So I started school back up on Wednesday.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
This is the same question I ask you every single year, but is there any hot chicks in your class?
I have no clue. I'm online.
Oh, they don't have like avatars. They don't have
No,
avatars for them yet. That they haven't. That they haven't come that.
this is MSUB, dude. Come on.
Who's the hottest avatar in the class?
That would be sick, though. I'm not gonna lie. That would be cool.
I really would. Yeah,
Um,
that's
but yeah,
cool.
no, started that on Wednesday, and then just plugging along. I scheduled all of our radio stops for next week, and
Yeah,
that's
we're
about
going
it.
on the radio. We're going on
Yeah,
the radio.
yeah,
Should be good.
should be.
Yeah, looking forward to it. Yeah, that's gonna add a whole new element. And at some point, I have to take my Christmas lights down. I think I'm the only one in my subdivision with them up still. Just looking at the window here. Yeah, so yeah, I'll probably do that. Squeeze that in because
Yeah,
I guess it's the time. It goes so nice with the snow.
right. Just keep
Christmas.
them up till the snow melts. Honestly, who's gonna
Oh
say
man.
anything?
Yeah, who's gonna say anything? Suck it, like the HOA here. Pay my mortgage, so you can take my shit down. All right. Anyways,
Yeah. Well, hey, we want to say a quick thank you to our sponsors,
yeah.
Leif Wellhaven Consulting,
Leif.
LW Consulting.
Saw Leif
Uh,
today.
You did? Where'd you see
I
him?
did. I was making a sports bet, and he was just grabbing a water or something, and whatever. I just saw him at
That's funny.
cinema.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. So
Then we got Yegan Golf and Randy Northrup with Yegan.
yeah, it's right around the corner.
Yeah,
Um,
before you know it, we're gonna be out there
oh yeah,
hitting the
golfing,
range and hitting the golf course.
golfing. Yeah, yeah. Go see those guys, Mitch. I think they have a pretty substantial discount running to the end of February. I want to say for
Is that when it is?
memberships. I think so. Yeah, I'll have to confirm that. But yeah, regardless, get over there. Ask about their memberships.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And then we have Higher Buyer, Neil Buyer.
Higher buyer. Me
For
buyer.
for all your real estate
He needs
needs.
to hire me. Let me do your freaking commercial ad, Neil. Yeah, you need to hire me, Neil. Thank you,
That,
Neil, for giving us love. Appreciate it, man.
yep. And then last but not least, we have Erica Lip Photography. She's an amazing photographer here in Billings and
Yes.
does great work. So thank you all for sponsoring us and keeping this going. And thank you to our listeners for, of course, supporting us.
Yeah, always. Mitchell, good talk. That was great. Nice,
Yes.
nice. Let's go have some fun with this football.
Let's go have some fun with this football. Everyone have fun this weekend watching football and come back next week and we'll be better than ever.
Let's go.